Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube of the world. So welcome back to another Kyle Minger Show video. Today, guys, I'm going to be doing a review for Stranger Things 4, and I'm very happy to do this because I haven't done a review for Stranger Things in a very long time, back in 2019. And if I had been around for a very long time, I've been doing a lot of reviews for, Netflix, Disney Plus, and when I go see movies in theaters. And I've been doing, sometimes I would do like odd other videos, like theories, unboxing videos, and gaming videos, which I haven't done in a very long while. I know I've been saying that in a lot of my videos, but just like, it's kind of hard to think about good theories and try to find more stuff to buy online to unbox for you guys, for like collectibles for my shelf over there, and just like gaming videos in general. It's kind of hard to like record content for like what games I want to play, and eventually I am going to save up money to upgrade my computers at one point. Just don't know when, but there is some good games out there coming out there soon, and so stay tuned for those. But yeah, so like I said, I'm doing a review for Stranger Things Season 4, Episode 7. I'm only like 40 minutes in after it's done, like 40 minutes left basically, and I'm going to give out my honest opinions, what I think about it, and yeah, so I'll see you guys a little bit after, and before I catch you guys after watching the rest, if you guys want to go watch our previous video of 2 years ago, Wes and I did the review for Season 3 of Stranger Things. So if you guys want to go see that, I'll put an annotation on the screen right here for you guys, so you guys can go check that out. It's only like 3 minutes. I just looked it up like 3 minutes ago because I was trying to remember. I was like, when did we last do it? I was like, oh yeah, 2 years ago. So yeah, so go check that out, and then after, come back to this video to see my full review for Season 4. So I'll see you guys a little soon. Hey guys, so welcome back. Alright, so I have officially finished the rest of the episode of Episode 7, and now I gotta wait until July 1st for Volume 2 to come out. So, alright guys, I know you guys have probably been seeing a whole bunch of breakdowns for Stranger Things Season 4, and a lot of people are doing like their own theories, their own like discoveries on the show, and for me, I mean, it was like super intense. I mean, the first few episodes, like I said from the last couple of reviews I've done, are a little bit slow at first, but it will pick up to get even better. And as soon as Wes texted me what was it, like last week, and saying, "Have you watched Season 4 yet? Stranger Things?" Like, no, I just got started with a little bit of the episode because last weekend I did start with the first episode. And during the whole week I slowly started watching more and more because it started getting more interesting. So during the process, 11, because remember the last season, 11 kind of lost her powers, and she couldn't remember how to reconnect, how to unlock it again. So during this whole season, she gets bullied by, before she moves to a new city, and what was it called? Lenore or something like that. I can't remember. It starts with an L, but she's trying to start her whole new life with her and Billy, not Billy. What's his name? What's his name that got stuck in the upside down world first? Will. There we go. Will. So Will moved with her to Lenore, and same thing with what's his brother's name? Or not brother. I don't know. The guy with the weird But basically, he has this really hippie pizza driver friend. It's like, yeah, but it was pretty interesting. So they lived in this one other city, and the other friends stayed in Hawkins, like Anderson and yeah. But you guys know what I mean. I want to explain all the names. This show is like really good, but basically for the entire show, she's still trying to get away from everything, from what happened, and she's trying to have her own life, and she still is in a relationship with her boyfriend, and they still talk to each other through mail and so on, and they because this is based in still in the 80s or something like that, right? So, or 90s. I think it's 90s now, I believe. Yeah. But yeah, anyways, So, and also for the season, it also takes place during Russia because Hopper was still alive. Because when we first saw the trailer, it showed Hopper actually survived that big blast in the last season. So it ended up he actually did survive the fall, and apparently he fell. He was running off when the explosion was going off. He fell down to the raptors, and after the explosion happened, he just fell unconscious, and then he woke up, and then some Russians showed up and took him and brought him to Russia. He went to prison. He escaped from the prison he was at. Then he got recaptured again, and then during the process, Joyce got a Russian doll at her house. So she kind of figured the only person that knows that knows about her would be Hopper. And she figured that Hopper was still alive because she figured that Hopper was sending her messages, and she sent this like doll. She broke it. There was a message inside, and apparently she got tricked by this Yuri guy, and she was during the process ends up going to Russia and saving Hopper, which at the very end of the episode 7, she was able to succeed on getting Hopper back. And also freed is another Russian guard that betrayed on basically like trying to like not overflow. But yeah, he was trying to help. He was basically trying to help Hopper escape, but then he got caught, and then he got thrown in jail, basically. So it was pretty interesting. But yeah, so it was bumping between Hopper and the others in Hawkins, and during the Hawkins story of this season was nuts. Okay, so I got many questions. So when we were experiencing 11 not having powers, so once this one dude that used to work for Dr. Brennan, you remember the guy from from the earlier seasons where he was experimenting on kids that have supernatural powers. So there was this big flashback a long time ago where this family back in the 1940s or 50s, or was it 50s? I can't remember. But basically, this family went to this house, and this family basically we're trying to have a regular life, and this guy named Victor Krell went crazy and thought he actually killed his own family. Well, he got accused of killing his own family, like his wife, his daughter, and his son, but he was accused, and he went and then he actually went crazy, and apparently during the process, he actually tried to cut his own eyes so he can die, so he can see his family. But what's her name? Nancy. There we go. Nancy and Robin went to go see Victor in this insane asylum. They were asking him questions like what happened in the past, and he was saying that there was this demon inside this house that actually killed his wife, his daughter, and his son. But there's a little backstory towards this part. So if you guys really haven't seen this new season, if you guys don't want to get spoiled, turn away now. There's going to be spoilers. But if you guys have seen all the spoiler videos already, so it doesn't really matter. But basically, so when 11 got, not really, she got, like, basically, she actually had an accident in Lenore where she actually used a roller skate to hit a girl that was bullying her for school, and, what was her name again? God damn it, I can't remember her name at the moment, but basically 11 decided to grab one of those, like roller skates and hit her right in her freaking face. And she got, she said she got thrown to jail, and she has, a lawsuit on this girl that she tried to almost, kill, but, yes. So she's getting transferred to a prison, and this old man that used to be a helper for Dr. Hayward Brenner or something like that, or it's Dr. Brenner, Brennan, sorry, Dr. Brennan. The guy from the first season, the second season, that was, helping 11 with powers. So, during that process, there's this thing called the Nina Project. So, the Nina Project is actually a thing where you can actually go through your conscience, through your memories, and reconnect with old memories. Now, Dr. Brennan had these VHS tapes. Yes, VHS. Yeah, sorry, VHS. VHS is like these tapes that we used to use back in the 90s and play movies. That's right, kids. We didn't use DVDs yet. VHS. So he had these VHS tapes, and you were like all like memory, or like not like really memories, but they were like I think they were like security tapes. But basically, he put them in the Nina project machine, and they were trying to teach 11 to reconnect with her powers, get her abilities back, in order to go back to Hawkins to save her friend from this Vecna freaking creation. And during the process, we got to see a lot of more backstory between 11 and what actually happened at the laboratory, which she thought that she killed everybody. So during this process, I know I'm not going to explain everything about the season, but this one in particularly was pretty interesting. So this one dude that that was helping 11 during all these sessions that she's been having at the laboratory was he didn't really say his name in particularly, but he was telling stories about this guy named Number One, how he was like super powerful, and he knew exactly what to do. And Dr. Brennan, was keeping secrets and not telling everybody what happened to him, or they sent him away. And fair enough, at the very end of episode 7, we find out that the guy that he was helping 11 to escape the laboratory ended up being 1. Like, he was actually the first person to start the program. He had the tattoo 001. So this guy was actually, his abilities were tampered with by Dr. Brennan. He had this like thing in his neck, and 11 basically forced it out by using her powers. And during that process, they were escaping. They got caught, but the guards were coming. And let's just say that she kind of hid something from 11, and he used abilities to knock out all these guards before they were able to capture them. And then he told 11 the truth that he was Number One, because he actually told 11 the story about Number One, the when which they were first starting to do the Nina project, because she was going through the process of trying to remember how to use the powers, and he was actually talking about himself. So One told her to stay in this closet so he can find a way out, but during the process, he was actually killing all the nurses, doctors, and even the kids with all the abilities in the laboratory. And then she can basically hear these screamings outside, so she crawled outside, took one of those radios that the guards had, and she can basically hear them screaming. So she went to investigate, and she even found all the bodies, and she's reliving in her subconscious, she's remembering all this in her old memories. And she's going through the hallway. She goes into the rainbow room, and she nearly sees Number One taking out number, what was it, 10? No, 2. It was actually Number 2. So he was killing Number 2, and then he was doing it like a little blood, because he has his limits, right? And then he knew that 11 was behind them, and he says, "I told you to stay back, stay." And they were having this little conversation how he used to be mistreated by his family, and during that process, the others Nancy, Robin, and Eddie, and a few others went to the upside down world. They were trapped because they were trying to follow a lead for Vecna, and during that process, they were stuck. So Dustin. And then the both Sinclair siblings, can't remember their names at the top of my head for a second there. But the others were helping Nancy, Eddie, Robin, and the others trying to get out from the upside down world. So there's this little montage between the between the two of 11 and them, and they're slowly escaping. And then Nancy was supposed to be was the second last one to exit from the Upside Down world, but then she gets caught in a trance by Vecna. And then there's this like little montage between her and 11 going through her memories, and Nancy's seen all the old memories of this boy from that family that one was explained to 11, that his mom and his dad and his sister wanted to go for a happy life. And he found this vent in the bathroom and had a black widow, and he was fascinated by black widows. As a spider. And he didn't felt comfortable in his environment he was living in, and he turns out that he tricked his family believing there was a demon in the house, which stated by Victor that he thought there was a demon in the house back when I said it earlier, and it was actually his son that was pulling the strings in the house, but they didn't know that. But during the process, when one was explaining about his parents, I was like, wait, is that boy in the flashback one? And it turns out it was. But here's another big kicker. When 11 and him were talking, they actually have a little battle with each other with their power of the abilities of the Force. Yes, I'm saying the Force because they're basically using the Force. So during the process, they're swinging themselves with their abilities, and then with Nancy going through the memories of because she's still in the Upside Down world, she's looking at this boy was actually pulling the strings, and it turns out after she found out that he ended up in this coma, it switched out to being he ended up waking up to another place, and it actually showed Dr. Brennan, and he was getting a tattoo saying number 1. And then after we saw home, and then it was showing a lot more of 11 and 1. And after they were doing their little battle, 11 was good enough to find her source of power, like how he said you need to find you need to find yourself a memory of being sad or angry, and use that as your power. And she was able to find that memory. And she was able to use that power to recall one from behind the one-way mirror, and she was forcing him against this wall. And oh god, she looked freaking vicious. And it turns out she was actually the one that created the first portal of the Upside Down world. And here's the big kicker: he got disintegrated, but he didn't actually get disintegrated. He got forced on the other side. But here's another big kicker. He is Vecna. Vecna. At the very end, we saw Vecna in that big attic with all those vines on it, and one of the vines slowly turned down on his wrist, and we saw 0, 0, 1. Holy crap! This season is nuts! But we now know who Vecna is. It's number 1. Holy crap. This is going to be an intense season ever. But, oh god, guys, this is going to... So wait until July 1st because the rest of the Volume 2 is coming out. So for the full review for this show, guys, I think I just gotta give it a 5 out of 5 because it was fantastic. The big plot twist, I was wondering because one was explaining the story, and I was like, wait, is one that little boy? And then when he was talking more, I was like, wait. Like, I wonder if one is Vecna. And at the very end, and when he got tossed into that little portal, I was like, wait a minute, wait. Is my theory wait, what? Is my theory correct? I was like, wait, and then he was flipping around the upside down world. He was getting struck by the weird lightning. His skin was getting all fucking disintegrated. His arms were getting all black. His face was getting all freaking crunkled. And then all of a sudden, we see him in that freaking attic, and then the thing moved. I was like, my theory was correct. Yep. So yeah, like I said, I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. But yes, oh my god, this show is getting a lot good. I'm loving Stranger Things. The creators who did this, was it the Duffer Brothers, right? Yes. So the Duffer Brothers, you guys are amazing. Keep up the great work. I can't wait for the last part. It's volume 2 coming out July 1st. The next 2 weeks from now. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. I think it's next week, actually. Sorry. No. Yeah. Sorry. 2 weeks. Yeah. My mistake. But yeah, 2 weeks from now. But yeah, so that's it for guys. So hope you guys enjoyed this spoiler review. Sorry if I was getting too excited, but you know, that's just me. But yeah, so again, everyone for watching. If you guys want to, like I said, you want to go see my last review for season 3, I said at the beginning of the video. So go back to the beginning of the video when I said it, and just go click on that link. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the final review for volume 2. And the next video I'm going to be doing will be the last season final for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series on Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. So with you guys around the world, good morning, good night, good afternoon, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. So peace out.